এটা it is your oh oh my god bro best friend bro we are best friend
Big fan, bro. Big fan.
uh,
I will delete you from the map.
he is sleeping bro না না মোর এটা পিকচার ঠিক আছে পুতিন তিনি
বাইডেনকে দাও মিয়া
না না বাইডেন ওগুলো কোনো কিছু নাই রায়ান
Hey, bro. What's up, bro?
আর রাহানের ওই ভিডিওটা আমার কাছে আছে
রায়হান।
আছে ক্লাসে
Raihan, bro. Big fan, bro.
ভিডিওটা আছে আমার কাছে ক্লাসে বসে ভিডিওটা দেখে শোকে
You need a picture?
yeah I need a picture
জোসিলো রায়হান বন্ধু একদিন শুকটান দিয়ে দেখাইও
আবু আছে ওকে
Take,
ভাই
take a screenshot quickly, okay? I'm busy.
using
ভাই আমি বাসায় না হলে দেখাইতাম Urra. শালা পুতিনের দেখাই গা বারবার পুতিন শালা না
পুতিনের এই শালা আমার কি বোন আছে নাকি হ্যাঁ
পুতিনের বোন নাই মিয়া পুতিনের বোন নাই
এই যে এর আছে কিং জমুনের বোন আছে মিয়া কিং জমুনের আছে পুরো তো মুভি দেখছি তো দেখতে হবে
সবে ওই ইয়েগুলো করছো হোমওয়ার্ক গুলো একটা করো না
করছে করছে ও করছে সব করছে তোমাকে কইতেছিল সব করছে কালকে কালকে সব করছে রে আমার আমার সাথে সব করছে সব করছে আমি কইতেছি সব করছে এই যে টিচার লিংক দিছে নাকি নতুন রে
ভাই আমার ল্যাপটপ নষ্ট
বাইরেও 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 এটা নতুন বাইরেও এটা নতুন লিংক দিছে বাইরেও আচ্ছা তো এখানে হবে না রে, তারা
এখানেই তো হওয়ার কথা, টিচার এখানে যেহেতু এখানেই তো হওয়ার কথা।
ওকে লাউসি ওকে। শুধু আজকে
বুঝতে পারছি না তো।
ক্লাস দুটা 14 মানে সেটা
Please keep quiet. Okay, well, stop sharing the QR code. Okay? These guys. Our Lord waits. Okay, let's begin. Can you see the PPT?
Yes, Laushi.
Okay. We'll review a little bit about our morning's class. It's about how to swap two variables. And through this example, I hope you understand the meaning of algorithms. Algorithms is about strategy, idea of how to solve a problem. For this example, swapping two variables, I give you an input and ask you output the result. I give you input AB and I swap the value of AB. This is output I ask you to give. So the three steps are strategy to swap two variables. You should use another variable C here. You have A, B as inputs. You cannot directly swap them, okay? If you directly swap two variables, you will override another variables. So you can just only do the first step, A to C. This is first step, and then B to A, this is second step. Please do not I understand you meaning. These guys say that these two guys say that the code may be expired or doesn't work, but I cannot guarantee that. And I don't accept this kind of reason, okay?
Laushi, can you re-show the QR code for 1 second?
If
Because I was trying. Yeah.
If I show you the codes for you, maybe we will waste the time, others' time. You
Yes,
understand me?
but I was trying the ID you sent us and it wasn't working. I didn't know we have a meeting on this ID. It's not my
That's the
fault, Laushi.
reason. Maybe that's the reason you should watch carefully or follow me.
Yeah, we were following you, but the code you gave us, it didn't work.
Every time, if I show you the time for maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes, this wastes others' time, okay?
Yes, Laushi, but you linked us.
If I show you the codes for more than 10 minutes, even, maybe still, this case is still emerge.
I understand, Laushi, but it's not our fault because we were trying to join the meeting on the next ID and it wasn't working.
I cannot guarantee that. So next time, okay, you should scan the code in time.
Right.
Okay. What question? Yeah. This here is C. You can put C here, okay? Yeah, yes. And this is just a flow chart. It's flow chart, okay? And if you write codes in the C programming, you need to define C. But here C is not very important because C is an intermediate variable. We use C here. And you should focus on input and output here. So I don't put C here, okay? But if you write code, you should define C. So here is C. First step, second step, third step. Here, third step, C to B. Okay. So let's give you an overview of C language. Before you understand, now this time you understand what is program and what is computer system and what is programming. So what is programming language? We have natural language, human language, right? We speak English here is language, it's human language, the tool for us to communicate, right? And programming language is the same. It still has a grammar and a syntax. Grammar is about meaning, and syntax is about rule. And programming language is a tool for us to communicate between human and the computer. It has grammar and syntax. In the programming language is the rule you should to follow. Okay? If you don't follow the syntax, the compiler doesn't work. The compiler will not give you the result you desire. So it's a set of characters and rules you should use to write code. And you should obey the strict rules and which can be interpreted by computer. Okay? So Chinese, English, Japanese are human language. So what is the programming language? What do we have? C, right? And Java. And Python, a programming language. To compare them. Different language has its own syntax and grammar. So it has different characters and rules. You know what is this language? 1010.
But
This part is machine language. Okay? There's just only 1 and 0, which can only be interpreted by machine, by our hardware or CPU. Okay? And this one is assembly language. And this language is also is hard to understand, hard to comprehend. Machine language and assembly language are hard for us, right? And this is C language. And this C++. So compare them. They has its own style, right? C and C++ are easy to understand, right? It's more nature than machine language, assembly language. For example, for this one, print. Printf in C is supposed to print the results on the screen, okay? And this one, std count, is the same as in C++. These two statements have the same meaning, the same function, okay? But it has different form. See the development of advanced programming language. Here, advanced. I want to ask you a question. Is the machine language, the advanced language? See? Only see? See the development here. From 1950s, the development, the program language was born. And then we developed different language. But at this moment, C was born. 1970s. Then C++ and Java. So can you tell me why? Why C was born at this moment, at this stage? At this moment, we have Unicus system, operating system. Do you hear Unicus? You hear this one? Unicus. No? Do you hear Unicus? Do you hear Mark of Mike? And
Yes,
Andrew.
Laushi.
At this moment, we have Unicus operating system. And on Unicus operating system was written by C. Okay? By C programming language. Okay? So that's why C was born at this stage. And tell me why Java was born here. Java was born in 1990s because we have web, okay? Web application, okay? This stage OS was written by C, and Java application was written by Java. Web application Okay, so when we want to understand the history of different languages, we should establish the application with the programming language, okay? At different periods, we have different applications, okay? So in this class, we only focus on C. C programming language is very, very basic. It's also very important because it's the foundation of other languages such as Java. If you can fully understand, learn well one language, then you can easily transfer, okay? Transfer the conception to other languages, okay? So what is C language? C is general purpose computer program language. When the language was born, it's used in operating system. Operating systems, compiler, drivers. Okay? So it's close. It's close to hardware. Okay? And today we use Python. You hear Python? So can you tell me why? Why in today we use Python? Gaming, and then what? Others? What others application?
Machine learning.
Yes, machine learning.
Science.
Machine learning. Use Python.
Machine learning, AI, deep learning, artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence.
Yes, sir.
And data science.
Yeah,
Yes, science.
web development.
So can you tell me the relationship between C and Python? More simple? It's not simple, Python. It looks simple. It looks simple, but it's not simple. And Python is more abstract. It's more advanced, but it's not simple, okay? It's advanced because the underwear of Python is implemented by C, okay? So in C programming, it has its own characters, syntax, structure, control statement, data type, and operators. Small size, modular, structured, low level. Low level means it's close to CPU, memory, because in the earlier stage, C is used to implement operating system. Nowadays, we use Python more popular because we use Python to implement the algorithms of machine learning, artificial intelligence. But Python is also implemented by C, okay? And C has a very powerful set of operators. And also C is the basis for C++, Java, and Python. Okay, the basics. Although C is not very popular compared to C++ and Python nowadays, but it's the basis of other language, okay? So that's the reason why we should first learn C programming. If you can fully understand the conception in C programming language, because every programming language has three structures: sequence, branch, and the loop, okay? And also it has variable. And C is efficient on most machines. Let's see the structure of C program. When you want to write a C program, you should have functions, okay? In C programming, you have one and only one main function, okay? Main function. A function includes some statements. The statements consist of expressions, and expressions consist of operands and operators. And operators includes characters. Okay? So characters is small unit. Small to big. Okay? So this characters is the basic unit in C programming. You understand? They have different range, okay? Different units. And there are the essential elements in C programming. Character, statement, function. For the character, we have numeral, character, letter, operator. For the statements, we have expression, and the control structure, and the compound statements. And function, for the function, we have main function and printf function. And in the C programming, like I've said, we have one and only one main function, okay? Okay, let's do the first one, example. The first program is always the same, hello world. You have to create program test, compile it successfully, and run it, get output. How can we do this one? And in the morning, I ask you guys to prepare the environment. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes, Laoshi.
Install the environment. Yes? Why is your network? Next time, okay? Bring your laptop. If you have no laptop, you do have some computer. No? Your major is computer. You have no computer. It's not make sense. It does make sense.
Yes.
So I hope you have a laptop program, okay? So how can we print hello world on the screen? By C programming language. Who can do this one? You say that you are ready? Okay. This program is the first program for us to print the hello world on the screen. This program can print the message hello world on the screen. It's the first step, it's the first program. This part is program commands. The compiler will not execute. Okay? With explanation. It's explanation about your code. Okay? This command. Do you understand the meaning of command? If you see the symbols like this, it's command. Okay? And this part is library inclusions. This is directive include. And this is hand file. Hand file. And this is main function. I've said we have one and only one main function in C programming. Okay? And this stdio means stand, input, output.
She,
What?
yeah, I have a question here.
Yeah. What's your question?
Just saying, why do we use Botman?
You ask how can we run the code, right?
Why Botman?
Well,
This is the text maybe Botman before we print a program in.
yeah.
So why we
What's
use this syntax?
Syntax. You mean syntax?
Exactly.
These are the syntax. This one, bracket, include. This is program, test. You should create program test in the editor, okay?
Yeah, Lashi. But why do you use void main here?
Why what?
Void main, void void main. This is not it command?
This is command. This
Yeah.
part.
Why do you use this command?
Why do I use this command?
Yeah, exactly. That's my question. That's my question.
Program commands is for us to tell others. Is the description. Is a description about your code. Okay? Because if you give you code to others and others don't understand what you are doing, what you are right, then we use command. It's the description. Okay? Okay, let's break for a while.
All right, Lashi, I got it.
For this, amount every function. The program should be stopped by the time. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question right here. If so, consider the book is straight and any text file. So how it can like it's hello.c, it's sent by this kind of file. So if it is Python, how it will work?
The same.
I could for say like what will be the name? File name.
If it's okay.
Yeah. Got it now.
One.
Yeah.
So you see programming, it ends with C. Okay? Okay, let's do a attendance check.
We can't see your screen sharing the code, Archie.
Can you see my screen code? Okay. Can you see that?
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
When you scan the code, please listen to me. I just only give you 3 minutes at the most, okay? Everyone, please listen carefully. I don't accept any kind of reasons such as the code is expired or something like that. A network issue or something others. I give you 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, I close. I finish it. Then attendance check is over. If you don't scan the codes in time, then I take you absent. Do you understand?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Laushi, yes.
Because I don't want to waste time on that. Okay, do it. Because every time, some of you always come to me, tell me that there are some kind of reasons he cannot attend a scanned course, including network issue or something like that. So I'll give you 3 minutes to scan. If you are not in the group or if you do other things when I give you the code, then I will not accept your reason. You cannot accept, you can't scan the code, okay? Okay, do you finish? I will close the window. Okay?
Yes, sir.
If you still don't scan the code, scan it immediately. Because of this time, I will not accept any kind of reason, excuse. Okay?
Hello, sir.
We have 3 guys absent. So after you finish the typing, editing, the program should be stored as a test file named hello.c. It ends with C. And C here identifies the file as C program. The usage of this one. And here is the window for you to editing code here. And this is Visual Studio. It's very old. After class, I hope you can download Visual Studio and install Visual Studio on your laptop. Okay? So after you finish typing, you can compile it. If you, this part is command. Command. This part is library inclusions. And this part is the main function. Main function. If you obey the rule of C programming, then compiler can compile it successfully. Okay? Here. Then you can get the message. Low errors, one audience. If you have low errors, which means that you obey the syntax, you obey the rule of C programming. Understand? Then you can get the results. After that, you run the code. Then you can get the results. Hello world on the screen. Here. This is the result you can get. Okay? Another example. Ask you to write a program to add 2 numbers or to get a sum. Think about that. How can we get the sum of N1 and N2 by C programming? This one is a little difficult than the previous one. The first one is only ask you to print the message on the screen. But this one, you should use operator, right? Addition. When you have define three variables, N1, N2, and sum. See? This part is main function, okay? I've said many times. In C programming, we have one and only one main function, okay? And variables declaration. If you want to use variable to store data, you have to define them before you use them. Here, for this part, for this example, this is simple, right? We add N1 with N2, then we get the sum. This is simple. But before that, we have declare variables, then give the value to N1 and N2. So this is variables declaration, an assignment, and this is not equal. This is not equal. We say this one, we assign the value 989 to N1 to N2. This is not equal. This is equal. Okay? This is assignment expression. And this is printf output. Okay? Some guys tell me I sent the code. I sent the PPT to the group, right? I say it again. I don't send. Until we finish. The reason is that you should write the code yourself, okay? And don't miss that. Bracket is a pair. And between the block, between the pair of brackets, we call this part block. And every statement, we call this statement, every statement ends with this one, semicolon. Don't miss that. If you miss that one, then you'll get mistake, okay? So this is the first time, but last time you should write the code after I give you the example, okay? Because this one are easy to ignore. If you don't write your code yourself, the next time you may make the same mistake. No matter how many times I say, you should write yourself, okay? And I convert code a little bit. Compare the difference between them. What's the difference between the first one and the second one? What's the difference? Can you tell me? Who can tell me? Who can tell me what's the difference? The scanf, right? Here, for the first one, I give the value to N1 and N2 directly. Okay? We call this assignment. And for this one, we use scanf. Scanf is an input function. We can input value to N1, N2 during the running process. Okay? And this is output. Output function. So here, we assign value directly for this example. In the second one, we input the code by users. When you run the code, then you know the difference between them. If you don't run the code, you don't understand. So hopefully I ask you to write the code on your notebook. So I give you this as a homework. Okay?
It's clear, sir.
Sorry?
It is clear, the both codes.
Yes. Both of them. Yes, write the code on laptop and get the result. Save the result. Sorry? Both of them.
Visual Studio is good.
Yes, both of them.
Yes, code is better.
Visual code.
Yes.
VS use code, VS, Visual Studio.
Okay, we see the programming style of C programming. You should have follow these suggestions: indent, alignment, more commands, suitable blank lines, like this. I explain a little bit about that. We have brackets, right? And this is a pair. It's a pair of brackets. If you use left bracket, then you must have right bracket. Otherwise, you will make mistake. Okay? And we call this indent. And this is alignment. 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 We can see that the C program language hierarchy. Is a hierarchy, okay? This is first level, is the second level, and out level. And when you write the C programming codes, you can leave suitable blank lines to make the code more clearly, okay? When you write code, you should make your code clear. So, we also have identifiers. Identifiers are the names for variables, data types, functions, file, arrays, pointers in program. It must be different from keywords. The keywords are reserved by the system. You cannot use keywords as your own names. Okay? Which means that keywords can only be used by systems. When you want to create identifier, use better, don't use keywords. We want to create identifier by specifying it in the declaration of variable. You don't use keywords. And once the identifiers are declared, it can be used in later program statements to refer to the associated value. So how can we define an identifier? These are the identifiers. Letter, numeral, and the first character of identifier must be a letters or underline, like this. One, sum, total, hello. Okay? So I have said we cannot use keywords in C. So what is keywords in C? The result by the system. See? These are keywords you cannot use as your identifiers, okay? If, int, while, for, float, void, char, double, else. These words, I remark, are very common in the following chapters. They have their own usage, okay? For example, if is for branch, if else. And for, while is for loop. If else is for branch. Int, float, double is for data. And also char. So you cannot use these keywords as your identifiers. For example, if you want to define a int type variable, you can define like that, right? N1 is identifier. But you cannot define dim as identifier, okay? You can define like this, but you cannot define because dim is keyword, okay? Can you understand? Can you understand me?
No. Yes, Lashi,
No?
yes.
These are keywords, okay? Void. See here, void,
Yes, yes.
int, for, and what? For, int, void. These are the keywords. Okay?
Okay, yes.
And IJ sum, identify. You cannot use keywords as identifiers. So artifacts must be different from keywords. Must be different. So pay attention. Don't use keywords as identifiers. Okay. And I guess this is content I give to you this week. I give some homework to do. I say again, this one, your homework. Next time I will check your homework, okay?
Okay, Laushi.
Install Visual Studio on your laptop. Second one, create the test file. This one, the first one, this second one. Get the result. Okay? And we have 10 weeks for this class. From this week to 14th. And in the afternoon, in the Saturday, from 17 to 12, right? In this class, you have to write code in the class, okay? So last time, I will check your computer, your laptop, and to see if you get the results I required.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, we finish our class. Then you can leave now. Hello?
Okay, teacher. Jajan.
Okay, teacher. Bye bye.
Thank you, Loshi.